External setup.
The latest version of Apple's iPod series is the iPod Touch. Looks a lot like the iPhone. My name's Ed Albro. I'm with PC World. I got a chance to play with the Touch last night. It has a lot of the same functionality as the iPhone, minus, obviously, the phone part. It has a similar home screen with icons that take you to Safari, calendar, contacts, that sort of stuff. And then at the bottom, there's icons that take you to your music, your photos, and your videos. The iPod Touch gives you a lot of great ways to find the music that you want. As you can tell from the screen, from the name, it's got a touch screen, and you can just scroll really quickly through an alphabetical list of your songs. You find one you like, you just touch on it and you can start to play. It's also got an alphabetical list on the side, and you can scroll through that and get to songs more quickly. Now, if you turn the Touch on its side, you'll get the cover flow look. It shows the thumbnails of the covers of your albums. It's a fun way to go through your music, not terribly efficient, but pretty. And if you don't have cover art for all of your albums, then you just see these black boxes with musical notes on them, and you don't get very much information out of that. The iPod Touch really only has one hardware button. It takes you to the home screen so you can get to a new application. Initially, I kind of worried about that because I thought, well, if I'm surfing the web, listening to music in the background, and some tune comes on that I just don't feel like listening to right then, do I have to back all the way out to the music application to change it? It turns out if you double-click this hardware button, then you get music controls that are sort of superimposed over the screen. You can fast forward to the next track, you can replay the previous track, or you can change the volume. So it's a really nice feature and makes it much more usable. The Touch is the first iPod with its own Wi-Fi connection, and one of the things that allows you to do is go directly to iTunes and buy new music. The connection works pretty well. You can look at featured albums of the day, you can look at the top 10 in different genres, or you can search for a specific artist using the on-screen keyboard. The download is pretty quick. It all works really well. The one thing that I'd quibble with is they don't allow you to download videos, only music. And that's really a shame because the Touch is a great way to look at video. Because you've got a Wi-Fi connection with the iPod Touch, you can also browse the web. That's the first iPod that can do that. It's got a full version of Safari like the iPhone does. With most sites it works great. If the site uses Flash, you're not going to get a great experience because it doesn't support Flash. Web browsing is one of the few places where you can use the multi-touch capability on the Touch. You can use both fingers to expand a web page out or shrink it down. You can also use that capability when you're manipulating photos on the Touch. And if you turn the Touch on the side, you get a landscape view, and that's really helpful if you're looking at a wide page. There's a lot to really like about the iPod Touch. It's gorgeous, it's talented, it does a lot of things that no iPod has done before. For me, though, there's kind of a but. It just feels like there's a little bit too much about the Touch. For one thing, it's really expensive. It's $300 for the 8 gig version, $400 for the 16 gig version. It also just feels a little complicated. I'm not really sure that I want a web browser along with my music player. Finally, it doesn't feel incredibly sturdy. It feels like, you know, it's sort of precious and kind of something that I'm going to want to baby. And that's not really what I want in a music player. I want something that I can just throw in my backpack, run for the bus, and not worry about it. So I don't think I'm going to be dropping $400 for an iPod Touch anytime soon. You may feel differently. My name's Ed Albro. I'm with PC World. Thanks a lot for watching.